Hello Cancers and welcome to Dekutarot. I'm going to be doing your weekly reading for November 19th to the 25th, 2018. As a Thanksgiving thank you, I am taking $5 off of all of my readings until the end of November. So if you want to book a private reading, all the information is right below this video in the description box, and I am taking $5 off of any of the prices. So just $5 off of a price, and you can book that with all the information below, okay? Also, I am doing a free 30-minute reading giveaway, and all you guys gotta go do is check me out on Twitter, and it's dekutarot, all undercase, no spaces on Twitter, and all the information will be pinned to my Twitter profile there, so all you have to do is follow me there, retweet the tweet, and, make sure you're subscribed here on YouTube, and then email me, okay? Alrighty, or you can message me on Twitter, I guess, but whatever works for you. All right, and let's get right into this. At the beginning of the week, where will my Cancers find themselves? What are my Cancers going to be going through at the beginning of the week? And we are moving into Sagittarian season on the 22nd, and then on the 23rd, we have that Gemini full moon. Okay, so let's see what's coming in this week for my Cancers in terms of career, love, general life. I'm using my Hobbit deck for you guys. Okay, so let's see what we get here for this week. Beginning of the week, where will my Cancers be? What will be coming to a forefront in their lives? What will oppositions, challenges in love and career, general life? Ooh, we get the King of Cups, so maybe a water sign is on the mind here. Either that or, that could be our energy, honestly. When I say water sign is on the mind, you guys are a water sign. So we could be feeling more emotionally stable. The King of Cups has a deep experience. It's also, a Scorpio energy. And we are leaving that Scorpio season, so we could be feeling, focusing on our deeper feelings, our emotions, loving relationships here. And as we move towards that as we move into Sagittarian season and towards that full moon, what is coming in here for my Cancers, what will be brought to a forefront, will be most prevalent in the lives of my Cancers this week. We move towards that energy, and we get Temperance. That's your, that's Sagittarian energy. I almost said that's your energy. As we move into Sagittarius, we are getting that broader spectrum. We are getting a balancing out here of the internal and the external, It's really how I feel it's playing for you guys. We've been really focused on our internal feelings, our internal monologue, our deeper issues, and, working on all the little things within us, and now we are transforming that to look on the outside, and it is really balancing us out, Cancers. It's balancing us out in a more broad spectrum type way. We're looking at how, our relationship in the world around us and how it affects us and where we see ourselves going here. As we move towards that Gemini full moon, what is the Gemini full moon bringing up for my Cancers here? We'll be bringing up being prevalent to the forefront for my Cancers. We get the Five of Cups, so maybe we're focused on something that we're mourning, something that we are not happy with, where you can't figure out a way to connect with somebody, and it's making us feel really down and out. We're not appreciating what we have, but we're noticing what we don't have right now, and we're not happy about it. If it's a relationship situation, we are not in connection with that person, we're feeling, like we don't know how, and we're very sad and depressed about it. This is a mourning type feeling. And at the end of the week, we have the King of Swords. King of Swords here says, that we're being more articulate. Again, it's that air energy. So that Gemini full moon has really made us be able to speak our truths. Maybe we are, talking about how we feel about a situation, talking about how we feel like we aren't really connected and we don't really know how to revive this connection. So maybe some of us here are focusing on somebody that we're broken up with, somebody that we are having a hard time reaching. It doesn't have to be a romantic situation. It's just what I'm picking up on for maybe could be just one Cancer out there, but maybe we're focused on, trying to balance a situation and we can't figure out how at this time. So let's pull a couple clarifiers here as we move from the King of Cups to Temperance energy here at the beginning of the week. What are the underlying causes that are bringing about the King of Cups and Temperance energy? What is the movement that is happening that is bringing about these energies? What is coming forward happening in the lives of my Cancers here? Page of Coins. So yeah, we're wanting to start anew. We're not wanting to give up on something. Or maybe we have been trying to, build a foundation in a situation, and we are, we're trying to do that right now. However, the Page of Coins says that we cannot stop and rest and think about it. And maybe that's the kind of situation that we've been in. Maybe we've been, not really moving actively forward towards a love situation that we want to be in because we've been building up a new foundation. Okay, Page of Coins doesn't always come forward right away, but, they are trying to build themselves up or build up, a foundation here to offer to somebody so that they can build something with another person, or again, even on their own. So maybe that's what we're thinking about. We could also be, stressed or worried about our career situation when this comes up here with the Page of Coins. Again, we could be building a new foundation for our emotions, getting more balance here. So again, some of us could be working with anxiety and depression and trying to find a way forward through it, slowly building ourselves up. But, this requires work. It requires belief in ourselves, care for ourselves. And, you have to realize that it's not going to be something that just happens. However, you guys do have that emotional stability. You will get through this. Your emotions will be stabilized throughout this situation, whatever it is that you were dealing with here. As we move from Temperance to the Five of Cups, with that Sagittarian energy coming in and that Gemini full moon, what is coming forward in that energy that is most important for my Cancers in this energy? What is coming forward for my Cancers? Temperance and the Five of Cups here, what is below it? Eight of Wands. Yeah, you guys are getting communication here. We want to move forward. We might also have a lot of energy moving in different directions at this time. We might want to move forward this way, that way, or, we might be connecting or communicating with somebody about how we feel to, balance it out. Maybe we're sick of, waiting for this to slowly move forward, and that Gemini full moon is like, I want to change. I want spontaneity. It's like also going to give us the energy to be able to speak with ease, be very talkative. We're also going to be, be able to keep our head pretty cool with this situation, and be able to communicate in a very pragmatic way. So we could come across as kind of cold. However, being a Cancer, I feel like you guys don't have to worry about that with your emotions and being very sincere, as you guys usually are. So, we're really going to be, looking for the answers. We're going to be receiving answers, receiving communication if we're not the ones giving it. Okay, something is definitely coming in here, and it's going to, bring up this Five of Cups energy. It's really going to bring that to a forefront. We're talking about it. We are confronting it. We're dealing with it. And as we move from the Five of Cups to the King of Swords, what is happening in the lives of my Cancers that is making that change there with the Five of Cups to the King of Swords for my Cancers for this week? And we get the Nine of Wands reversed. So we are opening up about something. We're taking down our barriers, taking down, whatever sort of defenses that we put up. And, we're no longer believing the worst is about to happen. We realize that we're coming through this. We're getting stronger. We are opening up. This communication is opening us up to understanding that we can, we're going to get to where we want to go here. We are going to be able to balance out whatever the situation is, whatever it is that we're communicating about. We're opening ourselves up to change within it. We're opening ourselves up to something new here. It really does feel like, it also says that, your reasoning is as important as your feelings at this time. So again, you're being very reasonable. You're being very intelligent about your decisions. You're holding this, whatever this situation is this week, you're holding it to high standards. And that's good, Cancers. You're not taking anybody's shit this week. You're not going to take this situation if it's not, working out for you. You're going to communicate about it. We're going to be upfront about it. And we're going to say, hey, this is not what I want. This is not, what I thought it was going to be. You're letting your defenses down in kind of a surprising way and talking to somebody. I feel like for a lot of you guys, it's going to be you guys, speaking your truth. And I find that Cancers, you guys can be a little bit shy sometimes. So this is different energy. This Gemini energy is really bringing something out in you. It's bringing out a really upfront way of communication. It warns us also to think of the long-term effects of our choices. That is what we're going to be thinking about right here. Because we don't want problems. So we're opening ourselves up to understanding the situation from a less emotional point of view is really what I'm getting this week. All right, let's pull one card for love. I'm going to use my, I'm actually kind of drawn to use my classic Rider-Waite deck here for a love card for you guys. Let's pull a card for love and romance for my Cancers. Woo, this came flying out. Okay, so maybe an earth sign's on the mind this week. Wow, that thing is just like, nope, here you go. But, so again, we could be feeling very grounded also with a lover. Again, finding grounding with them. If it's an earth sign that's on our mind this week, you know, they're very prevalent in our life here. So if it's our partner or someone that we're interested in, we could be receiving communication from them. They could be very grounded, very stable, very much in their own energy, showing up as very abundant, very stable, offering something that is a little bit more long term. You know, I would say that, you know, King of Pentacles, Tauruses are usually great with, you know, being, you know, for long term relationships and, you know, being stable in that kind of sense. However, the energy is so strange for Tauruses lately. I've been getting like the opposite, where all my Tauruses are like, I don't want to commit, I don't want this, I don't want that. Or if I want somebody and they're not like dealing with it, or, you know, whoever isn't coming forward towards them right now, they're just like, whatever. So again, you could have an earth sign on the mind this week, or you could be dealing with one. It doesn't have to be an earth sign. It could also just be a very abundant, very stabilized energy, where we are, again, feeling very stable, if not maybe a little bit boring this week. However, we are feeling very abundant, and like we don't have to worry a lot about our relationships, okay? We are feeling the love again. King of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles are very caring, loving individuals who don't usually have, unless they're negative, unless they're reversed, they're not going to be flipping out. So this feels like a very stable, happy, loving, abundant, good energy for love this week, okay? All right, guys. Could also be indicating that we might be moving into a long-term commitment with somebody. A guy who might be a little bit older. It could also be a female. It doesn't have to be a man. Doesn't have to be either, okay? Don't worry about it. For those of you who are going to say something about it, doesn't have to be either. I don't gender my cards. I don't believe in it. Unless it's, you know, the Empress and the Emperor, which are definitely masculine and feminine energies. All right, Oracle card for you guys. A little bit of advice from Spirit for my Cancers here this week. Let's check it out. Advice for my Cancers this week. What will help them this week? And also, guys, remember, $5 off of all of my private readings. So check that out in the description box below if you want to book a private reading. And go to my Twitter, dekutarot, no caps, no spaces, to enter that free 30-minute reading contest, okay? Ooh, we get winter. As we're moving, I feel like some of us here are experiencing winter for the first, not for the first time, but it's the first of the season here. It's kind of snowing in certain places. I've seen in a lot of my friends' pictures. It always feels like perpetual August here for me, so I like forget that, you know, it's like almost Christmas and stuff, and then it's going to be Thanksgiving this week in the U.S. All right, let's see. Winter. The sacredness of pausing. Lightly I step, for the earth falls asleep. A lullaby to rest and pause. The soul's secrets to keep. All right, death is frightening, even though, or perhaps because, it is inescapable. However, as we move into the winter, we know it signals a literal and metaphysical death. In some parts of the planet, the extreme weather means snow and ice buries all life, and the ground lies fallow and still. In winter, the earth slows down, and there is less light and often more wet weather. Many plants die back, and many animals are less active, and traditionally, it was a leaner, more difficult time for those who worked on the land for their living. Winter often brought with it the end of a life cycle, a figurative or literal death. Should the winter card appear to you, it's time to let what no longer serves you die away. Where it seems natural and right to let things that have been bothering you for some time die back, take real action to change those things. Anything that is superfluous, extra, and burdensome, release it. I think that's really interesting considering what we got around that Gemini full moon energy. We're looking at the bigger picture and we're deciding, all right, for the long term, what needs to come out, what needs to be released, what do I need to communicate to somebody about, or, you know, communicate about or release here because it is no longer serving me. Maybe I have to tell this person how I really feel. Maybe I have to talk to them about these feelings I've been stuffing down, or, you know, my dissatisfaction with a work situation. But it's time to let that stuff die. Don't hold on to it. Time to move forward, guys, okay? All right, Cancers, thank you guys so much. Check out your November monthly readings as well. That'll give you a better overview for the month. Check out the readings for your Sun, Moon, and Rising for your weeklies as well. And also check out my Pick a Card reading, guys. I did just put up a Pick a Card reading for how will this play out. So check that out, guys. And also have a wonderful week, Cancers. Thank you.